Today I'll be covering the side mission tribute to Terminator 2. Greetings, hello, and welcome back to Hitman Part 8, Traditions of the Trade. We'll be headed to Budapest to stop some nasty terrorists from blowing up some world leaders. Welcome to Budapest. At the Thermal Bath Hotel in Budapest, a peace summit is being held. Attending are all the leaders of the world's great nations, and naturally the renowned hotel is swarming with security. None of these notabilities are your target. The Austrian terrorist Franz Fuchs is planning to blow up the hotel. If successful, it will change the world forever. Franz Fuchs is your target. Normally we wouldn't care about the leaders, but preventing the attack will make us popular with many governments and could mean a new clientele for our business. Our customer has requested the bomb, so you have to take it out of the hotel. Diana Bernwood. This is a pretty cool mission, something which has been revisited in future releases of Hitman. We'll need to eliminate Franz, secure the bomb, and escape for a tidy 55k. But as usual, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Let's check out the details. Our customer wants terrorist Franz Fuchs dead and the special chemical bomb that he is planning to use at the hotel. Franz Fuchs has arrived to the hotel several days before the convention. He will probably check in under the assumed name Heinrich Wolf. It is very unlikely that Fuchs is hiding the bomb in his hotel room, so you must do some investigation to find clues. Metal detectors have been placed at all checkpoints in the hotel, but it's a big hotel and our intelligence has found that not all routes are blocked. Investigate the hotel and find a safe escape route. The usual pickup will be waiting for you at the rendezvous point. I find it interesting that the customer actually wants the bomb for themselves. That's an odd one, but And here is our target, Mr. Fuchs. Angry-looking chap with a lump on his forehead. Highly trained terrorist, ruthless and relentless. Franz Fuchs was born in Linz, Austria in 1929. During the Second World War, he was encouraged by his father to join different youth organisations which gave him a uniform, instilled hatred in his mind and supplied guns to play with. He had the thrill of his life for as long as it lasted, but his whole world crumbled when the Nazis were crushed by the Allied forces. Young Franz, feeling the noose tightening around his neck, fled to Marseille, where he joined the French Foreign Legion. Back in his true element, he soon rose through the ranks, improving his childhood skills to become an explosives expert and stealthy assassin. After leaving the army in 1955, he established a worldwide reputation as one of the world's most dangerous mercenaries. During these years, he has kept contact with his former Legionnaire buddies. Let's have a look at the map. We'll be getting dropped off at the front of the hotel, indicated by the green marker. Let's have a look inside the building. We'll be entering in through the lobby and checking in at the reception. While we're signing in, we'll be taking note of the room number of Heinrich Wolf, which is the alias of Franz Fuchs. After we've signed in, we'll be heading to the men's area to get changed and then take care of our first target, Fritz Fuchs. Fritz is the brother of our target, and on his person he carries a key which is very important to be able to complete the main objective. We will then be heading up to the second floor, which is where our main target, Franz Fuchs, will be showering. We'll need to take care of a pair of bodyguards. One is doing a small patrol onto the balcony just outside the hotel room, and one is standing guard at the front door. Once we've taken care of those three targets, we'll be able to pick up a bomb case, which is required to pick up the bomb and transport it undetected. But first we'll be stopping off at the flower shop. The flower shop is an optional task, but I thought it would be worthwhile showing this because it is a fantastic tip of the hat to Terminator 2. We will then be taking a bunch of flowers to the rooftop on level 3, making sure that we avoid any of the metal detectors. On this floor is a dentist office, and inside the X-ray room is where our chemical bomb is being stored. We will need to access this area by coming in through a window via this rooftop area beside the pool canopy. After we've picked up the bomb, we'll be able to make our way down to the rendezvous point for an escape, exiting via the kitchen on the first floor. we'll only be bringing along a fibre wire, as it's the only weapon which doesn't set off the metal detectors. I think that just about covers the basics, so let's dive in.
Budapest and the Thermal Bath Hotel. What a classy looking place. And well guarded too. It's time to look sharp and concentrate. A good thing I brought my suit.
And here we are, in front of the hotel. Let's have a quick look around before we head inside. Got a canal flowing out the front, and some pixelated buildings adjacent to it. I tried heading around the back of the building, but unfortunately there is an invisible wall. I'm bashing into it right now. It's a pity we can't get back there, otherwise we could sneak in some weapons through the kitchen. Here we are, Hotel Gaillard, and we can pass through these metal detectors without issue, because the only weapon we have is a fibre wire, which apparently doesn't have any metal on it. I thought it would. Oh well. And here we are in the main lobby. Nice little chandeliers. To our left is the restaurant. Just ahead of us is the pool area for women only. This lady looks like she's taking her evening gown for a swim. And just on the other side of these stairs is the men's access to the pool area. There are a bunch of hotel rooms in that direction, and upstairs is the Florist, Casino and Convention room. We'll be heading over to the Florist shortly, and just past that metal detector are a bunch of hotel rooms on the second floor. First up, let's check in.
I made a reservation for 2 days.
And what was the name, please?
Mr. Tobias Reaper.
We have a nice room for you, Mr. Ripper. Could you please stand here?
Okay.
Okay. Aha, there it is. Heinrich Wolf, room 202.
Looks like Mr. Wolf is in room 202.
If you want me to check your mail, just hand me over your room key, okay?
I'll keep that in mind.
This level in particular has some pretty awesome voice acting moments. More to come. Okay, let's head over to our first target, Fritz Fuchs, as we need to get that key. First up, we're heading to the changing rooms.
I'm sorry, sir, but you cannot enter in those clothes. Please change in the last booth. There are clothes in the booth.
This guy is just standing guard, making sure no one is wearing inappropriate clothing in the pool area. So, chucking on our togs and leaving behind our weapon and suit. Now he's moved over to the exit, so we can't run off in our bathers into the main area. Got some showers in here. And here is the pool room, which is very nicely decorated. Ornate looking ceiling. Lots of columns, looking very spiffy. Sticking to the right hand side of the room, we should find the saunas. And here is our target, Fritz Fuchs, the brother of the main target.
Gott in Himmel, it is certainly hot in here.
Yes.
Yeah, well, but I must be careful. I have a weak heart, you see.
Don't stay in here too long then.
That's just wonderful voice acting. They make him sound really skeevy, so you don't feel guilty about doing this to him.
Hey!
That G-string. Right. I think that's one of the best assassinations in this game. I really like that. It's hilarious. We now have to pick up the key, which we all know where that's being held. Probably want to wash your hands after that one. Let's check out this pool area a bit more. Just across the way, in the women's section, is this burly lady. She is awesome. Check her out. Do not want to mess with this lady.
This is a woman's dressing room, so obviously you cannot enter with your present sex. But Chef has meat cleaver that could fix your problem.
See what I mean? The voice acting in this level, there's just lots of gems. Heading back to the locker room, we'll find our suit waiting for us. So we'll close up the door as we put our suit back on and grab the fibre wire, holstering it of course. Okay, now the guard's moved, so we can re-enter the lobby. With our first target down, we are now headed to the second floor. We will need a master key in order to be able to access the room next door to our target. We can obtain a master key by following one of the cleaners. And here is one right in front of us. You can see him there with the vacuum cleaner. He puts the master key into the door, then enters the room to do his duties. It really doesn't matter if there's a guard in front of you. No one really seems to care when you walk up and pocket it. There are several cleaners on each of the floors, but we were lucky to come across one quite quickly. Let's zip through the hallways on the second floor until we get to room 202, which can be spotted quite easily due to the ominous guard standing in front of the doorway. There it is, room 202. It's possible to gain entry into that room by dressing up as a bellhop, but we're using the master key to enter the neighbouring suite. This room has an identical layout to the one next door, but if we have a look onto this balcony, we'll see a guard. This is actually a patrol path. He'll be headed back inside shortly, we just need to wait for him. Lovely view from the front of the hotel again. Come on dude, finish your smoke. There he goes. Alright, so quickly we're going to equip our fibre wire and hop from balcony to balcony. This is the first time we've used this mechanic since the tutorial. Okay, now that we're in a danger zone, I'm going to start sneaking a bit. There he is. Quietly take him down with the fibre wire. Shh, there buddy, take a nap. Alright, next up we'll need to grab a few items here off of this table. Hotel room key, which will allow us to gather some mail from downstairs. A do not disturb sign, which will prevent cleaners from coming into this room and discovering all of these bodies. 2 letters, which we'll read through shortly. A silenced Luger. I accidentally picked up a deagle there, which was on the bodyguard. Not useful. Do not want to make loud noises just yet. We also grabbed a business card, which let us know that they're involved with a dentist upstairs, but we also need that. That is the bomb case. Before we start messing about with the suitcase, we need to take down this guard here. So just trying to peek around these corners, it's a bit awkward. Check that the coast is clear, and take him down with our fibre wire. We were standing very close behind him and he didn't notice us, so that's nice, I guess. Drag this body a bit further into the room, just tuck him away in this corner, and grab the suitcase. I accidentally picked up the bodyguard's outfit, but thought, these sunglasses are pretty cool. It's not necessary to pick it up, but I left it on anyways. So opening up this front door, and equipping the sign, I can now place it on the door handle. Do not disturb. This will prevent the cleaners from coming in and freaking out over seeing the bodies and alerting security. Now that we've taken down these bodyguards, we can equip the Luger and enter the ensuite. There he is, Franz Fuchs.
What? Oh no!
The world-renowned terrorist, taken out while showering in a G-string. Fabulous. Alright, next up we'll need to drop our weapons. So just dropping the deagle and the Luger. As I mentioned during the briefing, I'm going to be doing an optional task which involves visiting the flower shop. Once I collect the flowers, I won't be able to carry both the suitcase and the flowers at the same time. So I'm going to take this suitcase up to the 3rd floor and drop it off near the objective before I go and pick up the flowers. In order to get the special delivery from the florist, we need to present our room key at the reception desk and obtain the note that is waiting for us there. But first things first, let's speed through this and drop that suitcase off on the rooftop. And here we are. The security guards do patrol along this little pathway on the roof, but we don't need to worry about them just yet. They only get angry at you if you're caught sneaking through this window. And just beyond that window is the dentist office. I could technically finish the mission now, but I really want to do this optional task. Now that we've dropped off the suitcase, we'll be heading back to the reception area. I thought I'd avoid the fire escapes and take the elevator down to the first floor. And we are back in the lobby where we started. Let's grab these letters.
I would like to check my mail, please.
Most certainly, sir.
Cheers, sweet cheeks. I'll take a moment to read the other letters that we picked up in France's room as well. There they are. Un, deux. Right, let's check these out. First up, a letter from Pablo. And again, hooray to post-editing. Can zoom in so you can actually read it. The Camp, 2nd of the 9th, 99. Dear France, I don't give a shit about splitting the fruit. I want better men who follow orders. Drugs are keeping me fit, and I believe that they can keep me on top. Spare me the babble of this old man. If you have any problems keeping your hand steady, I can always send you a package of my fine white elixir. She keeps me steady as a rock and sharp as nails. If it weren't for my powder, these damn tribesmen would already have killed me. Blood and muscle, Pablo. Well, we know how he turned out. Ended up getting stabbed while he was flailing a machine gun around in the wrong direction. Well done, white powder. Hehehe. Next is a letter from France. Vienna, 20th of the 8th, 99. Dear friends, I must support the new thoughts on our project. I'm sick and tired of waiting for this old man. As you know, my work needs a steady hand and sharp wit, and I'm not getting younger. Therefore, I support the idea about splitting the fruit. Let's split the fruit while we can still savor it. Blood and muscle, France. That is a very familiar message. I believe it's the same one that was delivered to Li Hong. Aha! Here is the message from the florist. Dear Sir, it is our pleasure to inform you that the roses you ordered are now available. They can be picked up at your convenience against this receipt. Yours sincerely, the Hotel Florist. Excellent. Now that we've got this receipt, we can do the special delivery. Let's read this last note from Fritz. Dear brother, under these circumstances, it would be advisable to keep walking on separate paths. I made arrangements to store our precious merchandise safely, and I intend to keep the key close to my heart. If you need any help, please do not hesitate to visit my old friend. He is the Hotel Florist and very loyal to the cause. Your loving brother, Fritz. So we have a terrorist florist too. Now we're headed back to the second floor, but the west wing this time. Headed up these stairs, we should find some signage which points us in the right direction. There we go. Ooh. Hello. Viragok. Here we are, finally at the florist. Lots of lovely flowers on display. Little shelf and some pentagonal bunches. But we want the special delivery.
Good day to you, sir. How may I help you?
I'm here to pick up a special delivery for Herr Wolf.
Let me see. That's right. Here you are.
Ooh, wonderful. Okay, let's pick up this ammunition for the roses and grab these flowers. There's not really much you can do with this, but I found that there's one person that you can actually shoot with this thing without alerting the whole building. It's just important that you avoid all of the metal detectors. Let's speed this up as we make our way back to the rooftop. And voila! Here we are. That dome just to the right is actually the roof of the pool, by the way. And the case is on the floor, just where we left it. Okay. Now let's sneak in through this window, past the curtains, and there he is. The only target we can take out with the special delivery. All that extra running around. Totally worth it. Let's hop back out this window and go grab the case. Oh, there's a security guard back on the boardwalk. Trying to peek out the window. It's a bit weird. There he is. Go away. Alright. Pick this up. Let's go get this bomb. Coast should be clear now to get back through this window. Now, let's have a quick look in here. Ugh. Dentist. And better still, a terrorist dentist. Ugh. Just through these doors is the X-ray room. That bodyguard won't notice us. And using the X-ray room key that we picked up off of France's brother, Fritz, we can snatch up the bomb. Nice. We can now make our way toward the rendezvous point for an escape. Just casually stroll past security. Ah, yep, that was worth it. It's a bit crusty, but yeah, I'm glad I was able to capture that. There's a fair few meandering hallways that I have to get through, so let's speed this up and avoid those metal detectors. Taking the fire escape down to the first floor, a few more hallways, and here we are re-entering the main foyer. I'm going to cross through this foyer to the restaurant, and just to the right are the kitchens. And here is the cleaver that the lady mentioned in the women's section of the pool area. Yet another nice touch to this mission. And finally, we make our escape. Let's watch the cinematics.
If I only had 50 of them in Vietnam, it would still be French. I think his nose is very much like mine. A handsome devil. That could be so, Franz. His genetic is derived from the DNA of everyone here. All of our strengths, none of our weaknesses.
Wow. So, turns out that Agent 47 is a genetic conglomeration of all the best bits of this band of merry men. Goodness. Anyway, mission accomplished. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Hitman Part 8, Traditions of the Trade. Until next time, this has been Jet. Happy gaming.